Hello, I'm Won-Sop. I'm one of the moderator at Socrates Cafe, which is a kind of philosophy discussion group among the foreigners and Koreans from different culture and different country. It was Kim Lee. He organized this group about 11 years ago, and it lasts more than 10 years.
자, 소크라테스 카페는 어떻게 진행되고 있습니까? 진행 방식에 대해서 간략하게 설명해 주세요.
Okay, I'm Shinujong from Busan. As Won-Sop told you guys, I'm also a moderator of this group. So we have 3 moderators, Danny, Won-Sop, and I. So we take turns to be a moderator each week. We have the list of the questions, and anyone can add any question to the list. And the way we choose the question for the day is actually we have 2 rounds of vote. So for the first round, as a moderator reads the question, if you like it, just put up your hand, and we are going to narrow down the number of questions, and we'll pick 2 or 3 questions. And then for the second round, you can vote only once, and the question which gets the most vote will be the question for the day. And we don't have any specific rules, just we talk and thinking about the question and listen to others' opinion. Yeah, that's it.
Even though there's a New Year's Day, Socrates never stop and keep going. And so what is the secret of keep going Socrates Cafe?
Yep, okay. Hello, I'm Daniel, and I'm from England, and I am the third of Socrates' moderators. I think the reason that Socrates has been able to keep going for so long is that there are a few very dedicated and passionate people who dedicate their time to making sure that it keeps going. And also we're very fortunate in that we've got a lot of very interesting and intelligent people that come and are able to give their opinion and to discuss quite complicated topics. And I think the reason that I personally have kept going for a number of years is that I find that every time I go, every week, I find that I learn at least one thing new. It makes me, or helps me to think about something in a slightly different way. And I think that it's improved me as a person, both with my relationships with other people, with my family, and also my ability to do my job. It's made me, I'm better able to read books, to engage with videos I watch on YouTube that are on quite complicated topics. And yeah, I've just found it an incredibly beneficial experience.
I think most important thing of Socrates Cafe is diversity, because we live with very similar people who has very similar background. But Socrates Cafe, I can hear very different stories and their life. For example, one of my favorite question was, what is home? For me, home is like living with parents or families, somewhere I can go back. But for other cultures, home is quite different. Like they can, wherever they can lie down, that's the home. That's from very different culture. So I can, there's nothing quite right or wrong, but we can see quite different world.
Okay, I think we don't have any specific motto or slogan. So in my opinion, I think it's very similar to what Won-Sop said just before. different people have different opinions. So every time I'm here listening to others' opinion, sometimes they're very similar, but sometimes it's very different from my ideas. So for the first few years, I felt very uncomfortable with listening to others' opinion, which is very different from mine. But gradually, it's getting better and better, and now I think it's really helpful to broaden my perspective to see the world. So I think, so my own motto of our group is like different people have different opinion and respect others' opinion. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with what Wonsop and Shin have said, and also I think a very important aspect of Socrates Cafe is freedom and experimentation. And in Socrates Cafe, it gives us all the opportunity to think out loud. So often the questions that we'll be discussing will be on subjects that we have possibly thought about before, and maybe have already got some ideas formed in our head, but we've never tried to express those thoughts in words or in writing. But then when we're at Socrates Cafe, the whole point is that you try and express your ideas, your thoughts in a verbal form, and which can be very difficult. But what's great there is that we're free to try and do that, to experiment, to maybe say some things that are occasionally a bit foolish, but that's okay because it's a place in which everyone knows why we're there. We're there to try and find answers, and to find answers you inevitably have to make some mistakes and go in the occasional wrong direction first.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.